Welcome to the official YouTube channel for Santa J Claus. Be sure to subscribe for new content and comment below to introduce yourself. May the magic of Christmas brighten your days all year long.
Well, hello there, my friends. Hello there. And best wishes to each of you. I'm so very happy that you're here. We are continuing welcoming you to the Art Livestreamy, inspiring individuals from A to Z. And today is the letter E. E for Ella Fitzgerald, a wonderful, amazing musician, vocalist, director, and certainly a pivotal individual in all that she would do. A wonderful individual. I cannot wait to be able to continue to create this wonderful individual in art form, my friends, and then we shall share a few interesting facts about her as well. Wishing you all well, my friends. Everett has joined in. Bethany has joined in. Sebastian has joined in. Welcome, welcome. I'm hoping that everyone is doing well. I've gone through and penciled in a sketch of Ella. I still have not put on the little circle. We're going to do that right now. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is staying out of trouble, as they say. There it is. Welcome, welcome, Daniel. Good morning from Illinois. Hello there, my friend, and best wishes to you. I'm going to prepare. I noticed last time I was using one of the zebra brush pens. I had to tell the elves to put a brand new one on the desk today, as it was certainly showing some wear. But we're going to start our inking process, and I'm looking forward to getting started. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Today, my goodness, running a few minutes late. There is so very much going on right now in the workshop. It is hard to keep things straight and organized, but I am trying my very best. And I hope that all of you are doing quite well. Always wonderful. Have you been able to see all of the series so far? A, B, C, D, and now E. I'm excited to continue this on. And who will be next? Well, I hope that you will leave me some comments on who you think should be next. Always a wonderful thing indeed. Well, we're going to start here in inking our wonderful individual here. Hi, Santa. I'm a little bit sad today. I hope you stream make me glow again. Well, Sebastian, my friend, my goodness. I have learned long, long ago that sadness is also a beautiful, wonderful emotion at times, because it truly shows how very much that we care within our heart. If we did not have this, well, we would not have an understanding of how much caring that we can have. Also, my friends, it also makes the happy times even more special as well. But I truly hope that whatever is causing you some sadness, well, it will pass quickly. Always, always my wish for you, my friends. Well, I'm going to go through, very interesting, looking at the artwork that I'm going with here. I will try my very best, my very, very best. Hello, Barbie has joined in. Wonderful. Hello, Santa. We were supposed to have snow, but it decided to sunshine instead. Well, you have a little reprieve, my friend. Wonderful. I mean, very light on this little line here, this little seam in her blouse. Now I'm looking here, this is lots of sequins here. Lots and lots of sequins. So when I penciled this in, I went through and penciled it in with one line to keep our line straight, but knew that once it came time to ink it, Well, I would put little sequins in on the line. When you know that you're going to ink something too, my friends, well, you do not need to pencil all of the details. It's just not needed. And we will go through, and she has a very unique outfit on, with some designs on here that are quite lovely, but I'm not quite sure that they will read quite well in the art itself. Have you ever noticed that, my friend? Sometimes I will be looking at even something in nature, and I will see something. Maybe it's a sunset, or maybe it's the way the cloud is shaped is quite beautiful. But then I would think, if I painted it exactly like this, it would almost look wrong. It would not quite look the way it's supposed to, because it's so different than the norm that we normally see. Well, sometimes I'm thinking about this as well. Sometimes when we're painting, well, we need to go through and think, how do we simplify it also? Well, we try our very best, certainly. I'm going to go through and continue the little sequins along her outfit here. Ella Fitzgerald was a jazz singer, a beautiful, wonderful jazz singer. She had many nicknames. The First Lady of Song, some would call her. Also, Lady Ella. She was also known for not only her jazz singing in the traditional sense of her voice, but also her improvisation and a music technique called scat as well, that she was quite known for indeed. Now she also has this little necklace here. We're going to use a straight line on this one. And just a little chain with a little oval pendant. Wonderful. Now I'm going to go through here and see if we can somewhat create some of the unique shapes of her outfit here. I hope that everyone is starting off your day right, having a wonderful day. Did everyone watch the American football game with the red teams? Were you happy with the outcome? And here there is just lots of sequins along in here. So I'm just going to put in just the hint that there is something stitched along here as well. She was the first African-American woman to win multiple Grammy Awards. Barbie, I thank you for your research, always wonderful. I'm not sure if all of you are watching the videos that I create afterwards, but part of my favorite thing on this series is to create the video of the individual after I'm done, that we can go through and I can share a little bit about them. Always wonderful. The red team won. Bethany, the red team did win. I was rooting for the red team, my friends. Always wonderful. We're getting there. Let's see. Let's move this over just a little bit. There we are. Now I'm going to go through. Let's see if we can. We want a nice smooth line here. I'm going to move this over just so that we can do it. We're getting there, my friends. I'm going to go through and we're going to very lightly, I'm going to ink in this hairline right here. And here we're going to have this whole section here. And lots of different little shapes to create our overall hair style. And then here she has a somewhat of a I don't know what you would call it. Would you call it a bun on the top? I think probably this would be it. So here now we get to go through here and create all of the lines that would create this wonderful hair style. Now we're going to divide these into some little sections here. Can you see it well? I will try my very best, my friends. And when I'm doing hair, and my friends, I will remind all of you, I'm just a student. I wish that I could do this better. But we have wonderful individuals on the internets, my friends, that we can learn from that are far better than I. But dividing them into little sections here, I think is quite nice. And there's a few little sections here that will move into a little different direction. And then I'm going to go through and we'll create a little bit more shadow with the larger pin as well, just to get some of the highlights in there. Now here we have a wonderful these curls that she has created. So going through here and doing one side of the curl and then the other side of the curl. Always, always good. Ella was born on April 25th, 1917. Wonderful. Sorry I'm late. No, you're not late. You're right on time. You arrived right when you needed to arrive. And I'm glad that you're here. So we have these wonderful little curls here and there. Almost like little roses in her hair. We're getting there, my friends. And this one here has some lots of movement along here to build up this shape. We're wanting to make sure that these lines are moving in the direction of the hair. You'll notice in the pencil work that I put just a little line to show me this is where the hair movement is. And then within the ink, when it's time to ink, well, we can certainly put in a lot more lines as well. wonderful thing about this one here as well is that we can certainly put in a lot of detail in the paint, in the texture, and the shadowing, and so even the inking all by itself, well, we can certainly add quite a bit more to it. So I'm going to go through with that brand new pen, brand new ink that I wanted to open up. And we're just going to now go through and darken some sections up here that I'm noticing are quite dark in the original. Also following along, my friends, on the same direction that we're looking for. Do you see how it kind of comes to life here as we start to add in some of the other texture? Ella began singing at the age of 17. Ella had one son, Ray Brown Jr. She adopted him. Wonderful. I was sliding it down. I'm sorry, my friends. Hopefully you have a good view of things. We're going to go through here and now do her face as well. I'm going to move this just so that we can have a nice smooth line for the bottom of her lips. Do you see the little line that I created here where it went outside just a little bit? Well, I'm going to go through and just turn it into a little bit of a shadow right along the bottom there. There we are. Going through here and putting in her teeth. we're going to do her little, she's some little dimples in there. And we'll do the bottom of her nose, her nostrils. And we talked a little bit about eyebrows last time, my friends. When I'm penciling in to the sketch, I'm doing an overall shape. But when I ink it, I'm not going to outline it unless this is what has been done. Sometimes individuals might draw on their eyebrows and then we can do such things. But right now it's a natural eyebrow. We're going to go through and just follow the shape as best we can. You see how it turns out? We can darken it up here and there. And then we will do her eyes. And she has very, very large eyelashes as well that we will give her. Where are her eyelashes? They are all in here. My friends, look how large the eyelashes are. And there she is, my friends. There are lots and lots of details to go from here. But we will try our very best. Wonderful. I'm going to go through here. There's just a little bit here. Wonderful. We're going to go through here. The next step, my friends, is erase all of the pencil that we have on here. Miss Donna has joined in. How's everyone doing today? We are doing quite well. We are learning all about Ella Fitzgerald today. Good morning, good morning. It looks wonderful, Santa Barbie. I thank you for your kindness. Always very kind. Wonderful. Shall we begin? Let's get started. This is going to be with the number 8. This is my trusty size that I love to use, my friends. Now I'm noticing here, if we asked Bethany, Bethany would probably get after me that I have not used a brush shaper on this. It's a little bit dull in the tip there, but we will try our very best. What I try to do after I'm done using brushes is, even with a little water, shaping the tip of the brush so that when it dries in that position, is also very good. See, just even a little water, what a difference it will make. This is what we want. The other thing that I have heard, my friends, I've heard it's always wonderful to make sure that you have water in the brush, that you're never going through and putting a dry brush in the paint, because the brush will soak it all up, and then you will not have, it will be just too much, my friends, too much indeed. So put a little water in the brush. We can dry it a little bit if we need, and then we will begin. Now I'm going to do this circle in the background of Miss Ella first, and I'm going to be doing this with green. I believe this is from a studio picture, possibly. And I'm seeing the background has green and gold. Well, we are going to go with the green on the circle. I think will be quite nice. And here we shall begin. We're going to turn this upside down for now, make it a little easier for us. I noticed yesterday someone was talking in Scott's Livestreamy about paper types. And I'm noticing now today, I've gone with the fine texture of the paper instead of the kind of the canvas grain of the watercolor paper today. I think I grabbed the wrong paper, but it will work. It's all just in preference on what you're wanting. That brush is crying for help. Bethany, my friend. It's nothing that a little Christmas magic will not solve. I love this brush here, a black velvet, as it is a hybrid. We have synthetics and natural fibers in the brush, so you get the best of both worlds. And blow dryer. We're going to blow dry this and then add in another layer just to keep it nice and bright. Good morning, good morning. Still looks wonderful, Santa. I thank you, my friend. We're going to darken this up just a bit. We want it nice and green. Now there is some green. What do you think, my friends? Did we do it? going to spin it around. Just make this easier for the painting of it. There it is. And there it is, my friends. We've completed the green background there, and blow dryer. I'm still waiting on to give me those brushes to bring back to life. Is Scott abusing his paintbrushes? Let me think here. There we are. Now the next we're going to do is I'm going to work on her blouse that is on here, and it is a lovely brown with some gold to it as well. Let's see if we can move this over just a bit. Can you still see it all? Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to go through here and blow dryer. The inking is marvelous. My friend, I thank you for your kindness. My friend, my wife Victoria loves watercolor and is ready to start painting, but is terrified to start. Can you give her a few words of encouragement? My friend, you will never accomplish anything that you set out to do if you do not take the first steps. And I will say that your very first time painting in watercolor, I would put on the expectation of 0 to you, except that you will have a wonderful opportunity to learn. This is what it is all about, my friends, taking the opportunity to learn a new skill, to practice this, to improve it. And it will start with little baby steps, as they say. To start something out with the expectation that it will be wonderful and amazing in the very first moment. Well, it is the experience that will be wonderful and amazing. The opportunity that you are setting yourself out on a path to be able to improve a skill that you have a desire to improve. This, my friends, is what's so very special. Do not put the pressure on yourself of having to do something in this way where you have to. The expectations are too high, my friends. Be kind to yourself. Now, I will say that there are those of us that want to be good at everything, and we do not want others to be able to see that it started out not being so very good. Now, many of you know that I'm quite inspired by Mr. Scott Saba, my good friend. What a wonderful individual. And I have been quite not only impressed, but also proud of him for showing you when he makes a mistake. This is so very hard for so very many individuals. They want things to appear that everything always goes right. And this is not the case, my friends. If you have individuals that everything always appears to be going right, I can certainly promise you, especially in the social medias, this is not the case. But what a wonderful gift to be able to show people the mistakes and how to work through them, how to learn from them. It's all wonderful. Now I'm going to go through here, and the photograph that I'm using is a colorized photo. And certainly the color of her skin and the color of her shirt are very similar. We're making things a little different though. We want to highlight the differences. I'm also going to put just a little extra in here. Just to show off a color difference there. And we're going to go through with just a little darker color and put in some of our highlights. Always wonderful. Now here we have some interesting shadows as well underneath here, and there's a whole shadow that is lurking all in the back end here. And we are going to add some more as well as we go through this, but for right now we're going to go through and put in some more shadows and blow dryer. I'm inspired by you every day, my friend. Scott, Mr. Scott has joined in. I thank you for your kind words. You were just speaking on the importance of trying new things and not being afraid to take the first step. Now, I have found for myself, when I'm working on something new, and I might be a little nervous to start out, well, here's something that I will share with you, a little secret on my thought process, is I plan on messing up. This is so very important, my friends. I go into it saying it's not going to turn out the way I want it. It is not going to turn out the way we want to see it. But I will learn from it nonetheless. This is so wonderful, my friends, to take the pressure off in this way. Now, I will say oftentimes when I'm planning on utter failure, this is not what happens. I not only learn from it, but I'm quite happy with the results. It might not be quite what I wanted, but it is certainly in the direction that I'm wanting to move towards. And this is a wonderful thing. The expectation of utter disaster oftentimes leaves you a little surprised with the results. Now, take it as you will, my friends. Maybe this is not the way that it would work for you, but for me, it truly is wonderful. Now I'm going to go through here and just add just a little bit more shadow than I'm seeing on the back end here of her shoulder. There's obviously something where there was a lot of studio lighting, and we're going to add more too as we go through and start to work on things. There we are, and blow dryer. Those are great words. You are so wise. Well, my friend, you have spoken with Mrs. Claus. I don't know if wise is the word. I think it's trial and error. There were plenty of times when I would work on something new and it did not turn out as I wanted. Well, this was the moment that I would say, I'm done. I will not try it ever again. It is an utter disaster. I think Bethany can appreciate this. It was always with oil painting. I would try, and then I would start to paint, and then the paints would mix, and then it would turn into a muddy mess on the canvas. And I would say, I'm done. I will never do this again. Well, I went back to it, my friends, over time, but I think that it is the trial and error. What will work best for you? All of our minds are different, my friends. And also, I will say that I have to trick my mind just a little bit. I have to offer it a little bit of a treat, a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of a reassurance. And so these are the things that we do sometimes, a little additional motivation to give yourself, whatever it might be. I'm convinced every painting I do is an utter disaster for the first 4 layers. Well, you have more patience than I do, Bethany. That's a lot of patience. Now I'm going to go through here and we're going to start mixing colors. Let us mix some colors here. Now this is the way that I do it. It is not the right way. It is just the way that I do it. It is most assuredly for some the wrong way, and this is okay, but this is how I have found it works best for me. And I think through experience there are many times that I've been proven that there are easier ways to do it as well. I love how Scott paints in his layers. I think that the end result is a much more realistic look. Something that I'm practicing, but not something that I'm quite good at yet. And this is okay. We all start somewhere. But I'm going to go through, my friends. I don't know if you can see it right now. Let me move this over just a bit. I'm going to go through here and we're going to just mix just a little bit. And I'm noticing that in painting, I'm going to switch over to a new brush because I'm noticing that there's just a slight little bit of green in where I was working. So we're going to go with yellow, nice bright yellow. I'm going to add in some red as well. And then from here, my friends, I'm going to add just a little touch of blue. Now this is the combination, my friends, of where I might be working with throughout all of this. Maybe just a little bit more red. Do you see the colors, how it takes shape? Now I'm going to go through very lightly. This is just almost just a wash of color. I'm going to go through here with a very lightness to it. And I'm going to go through and paint her skin tone. Trying to leave that little locket as well. Now this is just the first layer. We're going to go through, I'm going to put in just a little bit more water. Let's put just a little bit more water on here. It's interesting too is how the old photographs oftentimes were colorized, and the coloring that they used sometimes is a little bit off. Now what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to wet the brush, make it nice and clean, and I'm going to dry it as well. And I'm going to just pick up just a little bit here and there. Go through here on her cheeks. Do you see how it just lifts up a little bit of color? And there's a little spot there that's giving me a little bit of a hard time. I'm also noticing that the paper, the color is adhering a little bit differently with this cold press. Very interesting. We will get there, my friends. We will get there. This is where I look and say it's already another disaster, but we will save the day with a little work. Now I'm going to add through here. Let's do the blow dryer. I'm going to go through and with just a little bit of blue, I'm going to go through and paint just the lights of her eyes. Remember, our eyes oftentimes, they're not white, as they are reflecting that which is in the room and the lighting and so many other things as well. Now I'm going to go through here. We're going to add in some more color now. I'm going to go through here with just a little extra red. Just a little extra red, my friends, and we're going to put in just a little bit more right in there. I promise that it will all work out. I need a real Cyclops visor, X-Men. Make it yellow, please. And thank you, Santa Claus from Tyler. Wonderful. I will see what I can do, my friend. Very specific. I always like specific wish list items. Cookies are really inspiring to me. Donna, you certainly know what to do. Cookies are quite inspiring to me as well. I'm going to go through here and start to just paint a little bit more of our shadows. Where are the shadows? Well, we have some shadows along in here, all along in here. Where are they? Well, we have also shadows all along in the side here as well. And there's a little bit of shadows in here. Where are the shadows? Well, we have a little bit of a shadow under here and in here. And a little shadow along in this edge here. We are going to do quite a few layers to this. There's a nice shadow all along in here. And down through here as well. A little shadow all along in here. A little shadow along in here. And just along in here. There's also shadows all along underneath here. You can see that they have put in quite a few, there are quite a few different lights that casting shadows in different ways. And blow dryer. Now I'm going to go through with that blue. We're going to go even lighter. The blue that was here, I'm going to just do a touch of yellow, not very much. Just a touch to fill in just a little color on the teeth. We do not want a lot because this is just a color cast. The teeth will still look white. We just need just a little extra there. And blow dryer. Now I can go through and put in her lip color. It is a very bright color. It is a red with a pink. And we'll do this in a few little steps here. Can you see me mixing it? So I'm going to go through here, and now I'm going to just add a little water, bring it down here, and make that same color, but quite light in its because this is the very first layer. We're going to create a kind of our little shine as well. And blow dryer. Now that we have that lighter area there, now we can come back here with more of a pigmented color. And we're going to go through and leave a lot of that front center where the light is shining. You see how that it hits there? Now the very top one, there's no shine. We're still going to do another layer as well. But we see the little bit of a shine that we're able to give just on the front, and we'll put a little highlight on there as well. And blow dryer. I'm convinced every painting I do you need to start a brush rescue between Santa and Scott. I could not agree more. I'm going to put in just a touch of red, but we need to be careful because this is not an orange red. We're going to go through here and add more to the top. We want a very colorful lip. And then also the edges here. I want that to be quite colorful. Just like that. You see how that works? It's there. Now I'm going to go through here and let's put in some shadows. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm also going to put in the interesting coloring that I'm seeing here is a blue that's in the highlight. I think a Payne's gray will work quite well. It's a very dark blue that is highlighting in her hair. I think it's coming together, my friends. What do you think? And blow dryer. I'm going to go through here with just a little darker as well. Let's go through here in some of these spots in here. And blow dryer. Looks stunning. Well, I thank you, my friend. Very kind of you to say. We're going to go through here and put in some shadows now. I'm going to do a purple. I think it's a little bit outside of the camera, but we will see here. Can you tell this is my little shadow spot here? I'm going to put in just a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue. And I'm going to put just a touch of Payne's gray in there as well. There's our shadow. Do you see it? Does not need, it's going to have a lot of water in it because we're wanting it to shine through where we're at. So where are we putting this shadow? Well, we're going to continue to put it where we have put it in the past. All along in here. And there's going to be, I'm going to water it down just a little bit more. I'm going to put in just a little shadow along in there as well. And we're going to go with a little shadow here. I see there's a little more here that's going to come around here. We just want to highlight her nose just a little bit more. We're also going to go through, there's a little shadow along in here, and all along this edge here as well. We'll put in a little bit of shadows along in there. And then certainly we have shadows all underneath here as well. I'm going to put just a tiny little bit just along that edge there. And blow dryer. And I'm going to put in just a little bit more just right under this casting here. There's a cast of a shadow just along the edge here. And blow dryer. Now let's see here. I'm going to separate her from the background just a little bit. And a lot of people have said, Santa, your work looks like your friend's, Mr. Scott Sava, and it's because this here I took from Mr. Scott Sava. It might be time to get a new Uni-Ball Signo. This is what this one is here, my friends, and it's very good for highlighting. You see how she just pops off of the page just a little bit? There it is. Now a few things that I'm going to do here that I'm going to go through, and let's do a little yellow, a little orange. Something quite bright. I'm going to give her that just paint her jewelry there just a little bit. And let's use a blow dryer on that, because I'm going to put a highlight on it. I'm back. It looks wonderful, Santa. A wonderful painting. My friends, I thank you for your kindness. Now I'm going to go through here and let's put in just a few little highlights just along in this edge here. Do you see how we don't need a whole lot of it? Just a little bit here and there. Wonderful. Now we're going to go through here and put in just a little extra highlight on her lips. And then we'll do a little highlight there on her earring and on that. And then also, my friends, you remember how I said that these were all sequins in here? Well, I'm going to put in through just a few little sequins will hit the light. And so we're going to just tap through here, just a little bit here and there, just to show that it's sparkly. Do you see that? We can do some larger ones as well. But it's just hitting the light in just the right way. I think will be good. And last but not least, my friends, what are we missing? Well, we're missing the very special. I'm going to blow dry this just so that my hand does not get into it. And looking at the highlights in the eyes, I think it's quite nice. There's one here. And there's kind of multiples there. They must have had lots and lots of lights in front of her. I'm going to knock it down just a little bit. And where are we also going to go? I'm going to go through here and put just a little bit of highlight in where her necklace is. And also some highlights along this edge here as well. Well, I think we're there, my friends. I think we're there. And I'm just lightly just putting in just a little bit of highlights down in there as well. Well, I think this is about it. Let's sign it. And let's do our tape reveal as well. I hope that you've enjoyed it. It's coming out beautifully. Ella Fitzgerald, I'm looking forward to creating the video for today and sharing a few words on Ella and her importance in the world. I think it will be quite good. And there we have it, my friends. There it is. Now, who have we had here so far? Let me show it to you. Well, we have started, my friends, with A. A for who? Well, we did Amelia Earhart. This is our very first one. A for Amelia Earhart. B for Betty White. C for Chadwick Boseman. D for Dolly Parton. And who do we have now, my friends, for E? Ella Fitzgerald. What a wonderful opportunity to be able to share these wonderful things with you. I'm wishing you all good things. I hope that you've been able to get something out of the live streaming today. Maybe it was the words that were shared. Maybe it was a little bit of painting. Maybe it's a little whisper you felt in your heart to try something new. My friends, I wish you all good things. May your day be filled with kindness and joy. May we also find ways to spread kindness and joy into the world, a wonderful, important thing. To all of those that have joined in, I'm thankful that you're here always. And what might we be able to paint next? Well, we've done A, B, C, D, E. The next one is F. And I will tell you, I have someone already picked out. But you might plead your case in the comments, and maybe we could find someone that we can all agree on as well. My friends, have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. And be kind, be good, and don't forget to stay out of trouble.